कितना नेगेटिव आदमी है भाई।
I honestly have come to the conclusion that we are simply spoilt with choices. So much so that we have lost the patience to appreciate pieces of art that have been carefully designed to take you on a journey. My first thought while watching the trailer of the Indra Subramaniam written and directed series November Story was that it will be an addition to the countless number of crime thrillers that already exist. But setting aside my preconceived notions, I took a deep dive into this 7-episode series on Disney Plus Hotstar, and I'm so glad I took that leap of faith. I'm usually not a viewer that is going to sit through a 7-episode series without any breaks. This was one of those rare cases where I just couldn't stop writing and speculating on what may transpire in the next episode. A beautiful problem to have with a crime thriller. The reason for the animosity towards this show is quite shocking to me. I blame the excessive stimuli that we are subjected to today. We are surrounded by 15-second mindless videos on social media that we can swipe past and move on to the next thing. Anything that requires a careful viewing, some time investment, we label it as boring or a drag. It put into perspective for me to imagine if Game of Thrones was to release in 2021. Would audiences and publications label the first season as an absolute bore of a series? Because all it does in the first 3 seasons at least is world building. Where did the magic of being transported to a new world go? And the hilarious part is that November Story isn't even that slow. The 7-episode series is something I would highly recommend you watch in Tamil with English subtitles, as the impact of the dialogues often get dampened with Hindi dubbing. It focuses on Anuradha, who is a software expert dealing with the mental deterioration of her father, a former crime novelist Ganesan played by G.M. Kumar. Anu finds herself at a shocking crossroads. A murder takes place and all the fingers point towards her father, who was at the scene of the crime. Anu's exploration of what may have transpired that night forms the journey of November Story. Just think of it this way. Drishyam focused on George Kutty committing the perfect crime and the steps he takes to get away with it. Whereas November Story is simply Anu getting to the bottom of what exactly happened at the scene of the crime, completely ruling out the possibility of her father committing such a heinous act. Maybe my favorite quality of a series like November Story is to see such exemplary performances by the cast, from comedic, dramatic to downright bone-chilling. It is such a capable effort showcased by the entire ensemble cast. Can I just say how amazing it is to see a commercial actor like Tamannaah in such a space where she can truly have a platform to showcase her acting range? I don't know whether all of you will agree with me, but kudos to Tamannaah's commercial success with films, but I still think her talent is terribly wasted in this formulaic films for the masses. Commercial Tamil and Telugu cinema is at one end, but the god-awful Hindi ventures like Himmatwala and Entertainment really make me sad on just how her talent remains unchallenged or untapped. Tamannaah as Anuradha in November Story puts forth an extremely emotional and resolute performance. As an independent woman who has to figure out solutions while acknowledging her unfortunate circumstances. While she doesn't have time for small talk and is a woman of action, it is the emotional or helpless moments with especially her father that she stole the show for me. It would be lovely to see Tamannaah take risks such as this in the future as well, because it just adds another layer to her extensive filmography. This is the beauty in many ways of the OTT space, which has become the new normal and is now attracting big star names who have to work their asses off as actors rather than what they have resorted to in the commercial star-led system. The supporting cast in this series lends such great support that I can't remember any jarring moments where someone didn't assimilate or blend in the world just perfectly. G.M. Kumar is Ganesan, a crime novelist who is suffering from Alzheimer's and borderline schizophrenia, never comes across as over the top, even when he has his random outbursts with the domestic help of the house. His interest in fictional tales and how the mind becomes alert when he is transported to the world of make-believe account for some of the most interesting moments from the series. His deteriorating and helpless state is something that is beautifully performed as well in one sequence at a rehabilitation facility. Pasupati M as Yesu is understated and so effective in this series. Without giving anything away, it is very easy for a character with traits such as Yesu to be like many of the renditions we have already seen in crime thrillers. But the actor makes it his own, and this addition creates a layer of subtext and nuance to the series which elevates it further. What you will also notice with this series is that it is beautifully shot. Cinematographer Vidhu Ayana, who is also responsible for capturing the beauty of Mandela, presents such a visually engaging piece. Even from the perspective of capturing characters, the unique creative decisions taken heighten the overall quality of the series. From what the series focuses on, you would assume that it wouldn't generate laughter, right? You're so wrong. The series has such a delicious blend of humor while not steering too far away from its core focus. The hilarious sequences never become too overbearing. These sequences mostly showcase the pressures and incompetence of the police force. Arul Das plays the investigating officer, and he shares some of the most funny scenes with Super Good Subramani. The brainstorming session to come to the bottom of the case probably will be the best of the lot. It just showcases what a great effort it has been to formulate and design this story. Kudos to writer and director Indra Subramaniam. How are we with blanket statements completely dissing the series is beyond my understanding. The series, through its characters, focuses on the detrimental effects of abandonment from a young age and the significance of being surrounded by like-minded individuals, aiding you to circumvent your path to success. How failures lead to resentment and often a defeatist attitude with life, causing excessive ramifications to yourself and the ones around you. While I take this away from a lesson standpoint, strictly from a thriller point of view, I was literally designing flowcharts and family trees by the 4th episode. So whosoever is stating that it was a bore, I think quite on the contrary. And I believe that it had me guessing probably till the 5th episode, a huge plus for any crime thriller. The criticism that I may agree with is that the series has a rather haphazard way of concluding things. It is low on action, and the action that exists, and by that I mean physical altercations, are executed in a very flimsy way. Something that I wholeheartedly agree is a demerit of the series. But it in no way takes away from the exceptionally interesting journey I have had watching November's story. I think Ray Davis had said that patience is not passive waiting. Patience is the acceptance of the process. November Story on Disney Plus Hotstar delivers, and you shouldn't think twice before checking it out. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.